number one.
Hi. How's everyone doing? Great. Welcome to ENN.
Ray-Ro.
With Tiwi.
Yeah, that's right. Which tonight is brought to you by our friends at Security Dodge. Go see Michelle Scalisi.
Come get some.
Yeah.
Let's start off today's big ENN by saying good evening to Don.
I want to jump on you for a second.
All right.
So if you don't mind.
And to Don.
Epic fail.
And to Don.
Firebone. Fire Cashman.
And to Don.
Hey, Don.
And to Don.
Let's get ready. Hope he's
You're
a big
okay.
guy. He better be a big guy.
To Don and myself.
Puh.
To myself. No, here's a guy.
Oh, brilliant.
That was really good.
To Mike Tyson.
David Rosenberg.
And to Paul O'Neill and Michael Kay.
Grande problem here earlier.
Yes. Yeah, that's how it all started. You know what, James? I think you knocked that over on purpose. Look at Michael. You're so frustrated. We calling people in. Well, you know what? We'll make it.
Have the pants dried yet?
No, there's nothing like having just...
Now, Michael, I had nothing worse than spilling some coffee on my pantalones.
So watching the DNC last night, I just couldn't help but think of Paul O'Neill while Bill was talking.
That's right. I did a great job last night. Me, Paul O'Neill, speaking at the DNC.
The first thing Paul said when he spilled the coffee, I wish Neville was here.
He said what?
And I wish Neville was here.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I mean, Neville, she does everything for him.
Tell him Paulio sent you.
She's got a name like a resort in the Poconos.
No, that is the name of the resort in the Poconos.
Is that true?
Yeah, at the Neville.
You didn't grow up here, otherwise you'd know that.
Maybe you should have grown up here.
Tell him Paulio sent you. Couldn't believe how old Bill Clinton is. I mean, I know, but it's still weird.
Yeah, because you were telling me that it's the same age as was.
I'm the same age as Chelsea.
Right.
And we went to high school, obviously in the same area at the same time. And her parents are like the same age as my parents. So seeing them all, it was such a weird, like, man, what happened to 30 years?
Well, forget 30 years. The first time he ever spoke at the convention was 1980.
First time he spoke was 80. He said he'd been at every one since 72.
72 or 76.
No, he started 76, then he fixed it when 72. Now, Obama is obviously aged in front of us as well, but his first time speaking at the convention that everyone remembers is 04. It's not that long ago. 20 years. Now, Michael, have you heard some of the speculation about rumors that there could be a special surprise guest tonight at the DNC?
No, I didn't. Who's it going to be?
There are people saying that Beyonce is showing up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Don came up with a proposition even more exciting, some would say.
But I don't think it's feasible.
This one.
Jamie, what's up, baby? You good? Jamie Carter, boy.
Introduced by young Sav, some are suggesting.
That would be something, Mike.
It would kind of be murder.
Now, come on.
You're taking the guy out of a hospice and traveling to Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't think I like his chances. Leave him alone.
But what if it was via satellite?
That would be great.
Now, do we know if he's still communicating?
Well,
Last time I texted him was a couple of days ago.
He did have a quote, but I don't know if it was something he wrote down or actually said it.
Jimmy's what, 101?
No, I don't
he'll
think
be
he's 100
in
yet.
October.
Oh, we got to that's around the corner. We got to get to 100.
Well, he said he's staying alive so he could vote.
Yes.
All right, because we are. Now, does anybody know which way he's voting?
Well, I think you know his leanings, I'm sure.
I think he likes 45.
Is that right? I love Jimmy. Jumping Jimmy.
That'd be something.
Not true. That would be a surprise take. But yeah, we'll see. Well, the day started not great for me, guys.
What happened?
Well, for some reason, the commies decided to trade in division our 2022 first-round pick, Jahan Dotson, and a 2025 fifth-rounder to the Philadelphia Eagles in exchange for a third-round pick and 2 seventh-round picks. So now the Eagles have their number 3 wide receiver to go along A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, which I don't think Giants fans are happy about. And I'm not happy about it.
The funny part about that trade is they also got I don't even think the Jets realize they got Hassan Reddick in the deal, too.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Reddick goes back to the Eagles?
Because they feel like, you know what, he hasn't gone to the Jets, so we still have him. And they traded him to Washington.
Doesn't it feel like, though, the Eagles... Don, feel me on this.
Excuse me?
Doesn't it feel like the Eagles just get people from everyone?
They're very smart.
It always feels like they're able to grab people that you go, how'd you get him? Why'd they get him? He went there, too. It always feels like they're able to make deals.
They know what they're doing over there.
Howie Rosen was pretty smart.
I guess so. I mean, I guess the real test for the Eagles this year is going to be Sirianni, right? Don, wouldn't you say this is the year we figure out if he's legit or not?
Well, he better get along with Jalen Hurts.
Well, if he doesn't get along with Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts is presumably good again, it's a wrap for Sirianni.
Do you know when the Yankees were in Philadelphia? And thank goodness they swept. Boone had to go there. He went to camp.
I know.
Loves the Eagles.
I thought it was almost like you guys almost understated it during the game when Meredith did a little hit about like how much Boone is into Philadelphia sports. I almost felt like you guys helped him out and downplayed it a bit. He's a borderline psycho. He's hardcore.
He is hardcore. And
especially
speaking of friends of football,
yeah, go ahead.
You know who Aaron Rodgers' close friend is?
Do I know who Aaron Rodgers
is? He's a Yankee.
He's a Yankee.
Former Eagle. Present-day Raven. Charger.
Oh, it's got to be Stroman.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Stroman went to Jet camp the other day.
Of course.
Very tight.
Are they actually legit tight or just like friendly?
They're legit tight, I heard.
Of course they are.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't...
It means nozzle. It means nozzle finds nozzle.
I will not have you talk about Marcus Stroman like that.
All right, sure you won't.
I love that
That's
guy.
Strong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's strong.
Which part?
Well, just to throw nozzle out.
For who? Which one is it strong for? I'm sorry. Is it the one who literally makes everything about themselves and like completely turns a season into craziness even when they're not playing? Or is it the one who called my co-host a racist for no reason?
No.
Which one? Which one am I out of line for saying nozzle?
I'd like to modernize it a little bit. I mean, Stroman's been on his best behavior since he's been here.
But that doesn't mean there's not nozzle tendency.
Well, that's different than flat-out nozzle. You said nozzle, not nozzle tendency, not what he does.
No, he's a nozzle.
Okay,
well,
I'm not Addy. I just said it's
Stroman has shown us many times that at the core, left to his own devices, he's going to be that guy.
Now, this is a message to Marcus Stroman and all of his friends. Michael Kay is not saying a word about this. I'm not being dragged down, but it's Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah.
Not Michael Kay. Not a word.
Guts. The one with guts. The one with heart. The one with soul.
Michael Kay, the guy you have not said a word to all year. That's the one saying
this. It's not him. It's not. Yeah, for the record, it's me, the one with guts, the one who doesn't have to work at Yankee Stadium. It's me. Listen, he has been on his best behavior, and I give him props, and he's been a decent player for him, so I'm not mad at Marcus Stroman, but he has a history that is not great. Rodgers is an interesting one because he had a history of being fined for a long time, and then over the last several years, he's gotten into really nozzly territory. Now, I'm rooting for them both to do well, guys. I know that doesn't seem feasible. I am rooting for them both to do well.
Well, I mean, it is feasible that they both do well.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying, would people find it feasible that I could say both of them are a bit of a D-nozzle, but I also want them both to do well?
Why would you want D-nozzles to do well? That's a little bit counterintuitive.
Because I don't think either one is like a terrible human being. And I root for the fan bases of both teams. I want Jets fans to be happy this year. I want Yankee fans to be happy this year. You saw the way I came to the Yankees' defense yesterday. Again, speaking of nozzles, that coach of the Staten Island Little League team. You saw me standing there defending the Yanks.
You did.
I say what's right. I say what needs to be said. I like that yesterday we spent the entirety of the show, basically, talking about how Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are the only players on this team. And then what happened last night, Michael?
What happened last night?
You'd rather not say.
It was Aaron Judge and Soto.
Every RBI. 8 RBIs.
They still count.
What do you say?
They still count.
No.
They're on the team.
No, they count.
Right.
It's just crazy that it happened to be, like, I would say that was the first show where really the theme of the show was it's Judge and Soto and nothing else.
Right. And
then that day
they've
they
done
were
nothing but win since it was set.
That's a great point. And all they did was dominate.
Both days. Today, too.
Well, what did Soto do today?
Today, I have it right here, Peter. I did
you
the
have
game.
scorecard. Yeah, sure you do.
0 for 4 today, but with a run score.
Okay. And Aaron Judge's line?
Aaron Judge was 1 for 3, a home run, his 48th of the year, and he was intentionally walked. And by intentionally walking him to load the bases, Austin Wells followed with a sac fly, and then Giancarlo Stanton hit a 3-run home run to seal the game.
It was Stanton's day.
Now, do the Stanton haters who call and complain that he's not hustling, do they still complain when he jacks a 3-run homer?
No, he didn't run around the bases fast enough.
No, yeah. They'd like to see a little more.
It did take a while, but not because he just, that's him.
Also, I'm excited to let you guys know that my Commanders have a kicker. I'll pay you $1 million if you can guess who it is.
Pete Gogolak.
Twice in a week. Cade York.
Ali Haji Sheikh's son.
I love Ali Haji Sheikh. Good
Garrow,
good
you
by
premium.
No, Cade York.
That's a kicker name. That's a good name.
Didn't they traded for him, right? Just now.
Yeah, they traded for him today. They released Brandon McManus back in May.
And I got to tell you, I feel slightly disrespected.
Go ahead.
Whenever we have a group thread and I throw out like a joke or make a line and no response.
When did that happen?
That happened the other day. When Cade Smith came into the game.
Oh, I thought that was a terrible line by you.
Well, it's like every time I hear Cade Smith, I'm expecting God Bless America. Well, just give me a.
But I mean, first of all, you shoot that at me as I'm doing a game. I don't think that warranted me like being distracted.
A mid-game. Well, that's not a mid-game response.
I'm not mad at any individual, but the collective, not even a response.
Yeah, because it was pedestrian at best.
Well. There's a lot of pedestrian in our text.
Yeah.
They get response. If it was Michael, if it was you, forget about it. There'd be sticky fingers with getting responses back.
Because, I can help people, Don.
Oh, my God. That's right. What's the name
at least
of the
for 3 more months.
What's the name of the golfer lady who the New York Post loves again?
The who lady?
Paige Spear. Yeah, so he won't respond to a joke from you. But bottom of the 9th, full count, Judge at the plate, he could send me a Paige Spiranak post.
Right, without hesitation.
You never know.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Coffee could be all over the table. Big pitch in the game doesn't matter. Like, I'm not saying that I'm George Carlin, but Cade Smith.
You're not even Chris Carlin.
I knew that. I could have taken the words out of your mouth. It was so predictable.
I didn't hear him. I'm sorry.
He said
you're not even Chris Carlin.
By the way, Chris has done so much, and the only drop we play of him is him going, that's the best we got for Chris. Oh, that's unfortunate. What else do we have from Chris? I mean, he might. You know what? When we hear card,
I'm about to say
in a day.
I believe that Michael was the only one that got my joke.
I didn't even pay attention to it, so that's a bad job by me.
I get everything you say, Don.
Tell me, Michael.
Mickey Tettleton.
I gurgle.
I am absolutely a galoot.
That's a great. That sums up Chrissy.
I am absolutely a galoot.
Chrissy, and I'm Chrissy. Let's hear from Aaron Judge talking about his partner in crime over there, Giancarlo Stanton.
It's huge. We just need, when G's G, good things are going to happen. He's been swinging the bat well. He comes up big in clutch moments like that. A couple walks in front of him, and then, he takes care of business. And we're going to need him down the stretch, that's for sure.
Man, that got me to something about Aaron Judge. He's got a man's voice. I mean, he sounds like a man.
You know what Caitlin Clark said about him, right?
No.
I said, you're standing next to him. What'd you think? She said, he's big, and he's swole.
Swole.
So her nickname for him is Big Swole? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't go that deep, but he is swole.
That's a drop. You shouldn't have said that. There was no need to.
Listen, I can't run my life about drops. I just can't.
No, you're above it.
I'm above it. If you want to do it, have at it.
Let's talk to Brian Dable, like Table, for a second. Coach, how do you feel about the Giants wide receiver core?
I like that they're fast and quick. They can run. They can create some separation. Again, some are shorter, some are taller, but they're young. Obviously, Slater's got some experience, so
stop,
keep growing.
Stop. I'm turning it off.
Stop.
After you say some are shorter, some are taller, I stop listening to you, sir.
You know what? You just went a little too long.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know what? He was good. The first
epic fail.
First 3 quarters of that were great.
Yeah.
And he just, he should have just tapped out. He went too far.
Oh, look, they got a McAfee Stephen A. Smith commercial together.
That's
this
it.
is a $40 million
There's
commercial.
our company right there.
Yeah. By the way, every
So
Right.
Greenberg, too.
Hey, babe, if you want to know why you're not getting a Hanukkah present, look at this commercial.
Oh, there goes your boy Greeny.
Oh, my
walks in.
God,
There
Greeny's in it,
That's
too.
That's it.
430.
That's the company.
There's 430
Right.
jobs in one room.
Matter of fact, I'm really surprised. Honestly, I'm really surprised they took the chance of putting all three of them in the same room at the same
Wait,
time.
they put Greeny in there?
Yes.
Yes.
One thing they won't do, they will not fly them on the same plane.
I was just saying, that's almost like putting the president and the vice president together.
Yeah, you
They
can't
kept
do that.
SVP away, though.
Yeah, no. That was the daytime
Wow.
TV.
That's it.
Wow. It was a
That's
commercial. It was a commercial for the
company. That was it.
yeah, for ESPN essentially.
That's it.
No, really, was it for ESPN or ESPN
Yes.
Bet?
No, it's for ESPN. It's for the lineup.
This is the way the Mount Rushmore would go. Or if you wanted to say the four pillars of the network. In any order, Stephen A., Greeny, McAfee, and then literally everyone else.
No, I think Van Pelt.
No. I love the guy, believe me.
Van Pelt does very
Then
well.
they would have put him in the commercial.
Van Pelt is what the answer should be.
Of course.
That's what the answer 100% should be. That's an interesting debate.
Well, you know what? Joe Buck's pretty important if you're looking at average annual value.
Yeah, but as we know, Joe Buck's in terms of value, yes. But if Joe Buck stopped working tomorrow and they gave Rocky the dog the same job, the ratings don't go down 1%.
What did it kill them?
What?
To just say, good point, Don.
About what?
Instead of just painful. You can even
the Kane Smith thing?
And him coming up with names.
No, but he defended a point that he believes that SVP should be there. That's a fair argument.
So you want me to say good point, Don? When I say SVP, you go, no. You just shoot me down.
Yeah, but why can't Michael's point be as valid as your point?
Because that's how Don's world works.
What do you mean? What did he
Don's world works. The world revolves around
Why
Don.
not throw out Aikman?
You're right, Aikman too.
I'm just saying those.
I think Mike Breen should also be on that hill.
Play-by-play guys are just in a different situation.
Yeah.
These guys are the ones that people are tuning in to watch them yap during
This
the
is
day.
the day in, day out, Michael.
My parents are so sweet, by the way. I guess my dad saw the news, and my dad goes, "Hey, I saw your friend Greenberg. Mike Greenberg got a thing. Like, are you happy?" And I went, well, yeah, I'm happy, Dad, because I love Greeny, and he deserves everything he gets. But, I mean, the guy has literally done everything there is to do in broadcasting. I didn't go, oh, thank God someone's given Mike Greenberg a look.
Or does your dad misunderstand how it works? Like, we can't swing by his cubicle and shake his hand.
No, my dad does not probably understand that while Mike Greenberg goes and works in our beautiful downtown facilities.
Right.
We're in a deserted building on the Upper West Side.
No, there are only two ways I can communicate with Greeny. I can send him a text message, or I can wait to see him at the suite. I'm never going to see him in this hellhole.
But sometimes parents don't understand. Like my mom.
Oh my God! Like reverse of Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh
my
Prince.
mom thinks that if I need a day off, I have to ask Michael.
Well, you know what? Technically,
Can't
that's
Michael
true.
give you a day off? Why do you have to work every single day? Like, oh, Peter's off again? I was like, yeah, Mike gets vacation. Well, why can't you ask Michael for a day?
Which, by the way, Michael, you know what that probably means? If she feels that way about you being the all-control, it means she probably hates your
Of
guts.
course, probably. She absolutely does.
Yeah, does that
Because
true, Mom?
Don's filling her head, well, this guy's the worst, what an egomaniac.
Right. Of course. Well, those are natural things that happen. But if you add that on top of the fact that she thinks you're the boss, that's tough.
No, she's not a fan.
She's
he
a
is
big
swole.
Well, don't
He's
put that
big.
right after
And
something
he's
talk about my
swole.
mom. And then you throw the swole in right after
He
that?
is swole.
It makes it seem like that
No.
he's talking about my mom.
No, that doesn't make sense. Why would she call your mom he?
He is swole.
But I don't
He's
know.
big. And he's swole.
How
second
by the way,
one-
I haven't gotten to see you, Michael. How was Caitlin Clark? Was she a delight?
She was so sweet, Peter, and so good on the air. She was just so great.
And she is absolutely bawling.
She's the real deal. I mean, talk about somebody who just gets it. She was like down by the Yankee batting cage before the game, the indoor one, and she was easily talking with all these stars. She was like talking with Hal Steinbrenner. She just gets it, man. She's one of those blessed people that she gets her role.
She is currently, for those wondering, leading the WNBA in assists as a rookie. She, of course, as we've talked about, is going to get, in spite of the great year from Angel Reese, she will end up Rookie of the Year. She's also 12th in points as well.
Now, she's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was not all hype. She's at almost 18 points a game, guys. I mean, she is a transcendent player. I was very jealous that day.
That when she was in the booth?
That's right.
Yeah, I can see why.
That's a good get right there, Michael. That's
Great
one of the
get.
That's one of the better in booth gets you've had in some time.
We had Joe Torre today. He was great.
Well, you know what? With all due respect, I mean, Joe Torre's been in the booth before.
Not that often.
I mean, he's part of the fabric of the Yankees.
It was at our 20th anniversary.
Yeah, he came to our 20th anniversary
accessible.
for God's sake.
You know what? If we have a 25th, she's coming.
Yeah, don't hold your breath. That'll
That
do it
she's
for
coming, or that
ENN.
there's a-
No. Matter of fact, how about this? If we have a 25th, I guarantee she'll come. I'll make it happen myself.
All right.
That'll do it for ENN, brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Make This the Summer event.
All right, so let me ask you, Peter. Let me ask you, Peter.
Sure.
You're betting on ESPN Bet.
Yeah.
What's the higher odds? There's a 25th year or Caitlin Clark shows up?
I think they're both at plus 1,200.
Billy Joel, do your thing.